Hello, let's play a bunch of New York Times games, but first we reveal our dad joke of the day. Really wants me to order a new calendar. Did you hear about the guy who invented lifesavers? They say he made a mint. All right. Well, I would like to thank two new members for joining. Thank you to Michael Rincon and to Robio. Thank you so much for your support. I'd also like to thank the following members for starting a new month. Thank you to Nikita Kuenz, who started a new month as an enthusiast tier. And thank you to Megan Duim. Sorry, I don't know how to say that. And Micah Mollering. Thank you so much for a new month. All right. Well, I'd also like to, I usually don't promote my other videos too much other than the Wordle one in this one, but we just released Sudoku Adventure number 1000. So we now have 1000 handcrafted 6x6 variant Sudokus. If you're not familiar with the series or you've been wanting to try it and you haven't, highly recommend it. It is intended for people who haven't done variant Sudoku before or those who are experienced and want little bite-sized puzzles to work on each day. So every single day there is a new puzzle of high quality, if I say so myself, plus a solve video to help you if you get stuck. And we just hit 1,000 puzzles, which is a crazy milestone. All right, well, let's start with connections. We're finding 4 groups of 4. Holy moly. All right, we got YOLO, Polo, Loco, Dodo, Como, FOMO, Judo, Bogo, Bozo, Rojo, or is that Rojo, Yo-Yo, Sumo, Poco, Dope, Golf, and Goat. I think Rojo is Spanish for red, isn't it? Why did we end with golf goat? Like, what? Dope golf goat? Just, they don't fit. What are you doing here? Why are you here? No one invited you. All right. All right. YOLO and FOMO are like, I don't know, recent, what do you call those? Initialisms or they're, why am I blanking on the name? Anyway, YOLO, you only live once. FOMO, fear of missing out. Is there more like that? Does Poco mean that? What's Taupe, Golf, and Goat doing here? Goat is greatest of all time. And we've got BOGO. Buy one, get one. Is this just a category of whatever they're called? Not initialisms are anyway. They I think they could be classified as initialisms, but there's another one I'm trying to think of. Anyway, let's try this. All right. Acronyms. That was blue. Oh, I'm wearing purple today. I didn't try to get purple first. Oh well. Acronyms. Thank you, Puzzle, for answering my question. They are acronyms. All right. Como and Rojo are Spanish words. So is loco. Is poco a Spanish word? I don't think any of the other ones are, so we're just going to go with that. Spanish words. Okay, that was purple. The first thing I pointed out is Rojo was Spanish for red, so I guess +2 to purple was trying its best, but then I didn't lock it in first. Okay. I mean, so far this hasn't been too bad. As long as you know the trivia, I suppose. Bozo. A bozo is someone who is stupid. Also a clown. Let's see. Judo is a fighting style. These are supposed to be easier than blue and purple, by the way. Dodo's a bird. Sumo's a wrestler. Yo-yo is a toy. Polo's a shirt. What do these have to do with each other? If it was 2 L's, it would be pollo, and isn't that chicken in Spanish? Anyway, dope. Maybe bozo and dodo both mean... I think yo-yo can also mean just someone who's dumb. What would be the 4th word for someone who's dumb, though? Not judo. Dope doesn't mean dumb. Dope means cool. Golf? I don't see how. I mean, we've got sports, I suppose. Polo's a sport. Sumo, polo, judo, and golf for sports. can try that. So it is dope? Why is dope in this category? Doofus. Does a dope mean that? Oh, it does. I was thinking of like, hey, that's dope. Like, hey, that's cool. But I think you can call someone a dope and then they're a doofus. All right. Has that fallen out of style? I don't know. I feel like I haven't heard that in a while. I think a lot of these have though. Yo-yo, dodo, bozo. They aren't really used anymore, are they? Anyway, really, really not too bad. It's one of those puzzles that feels overwhelming at first, but then really it just kind of solves. So I'm going to give it a, I don't know, let's give this a 1.5. I really don't think it's that bad. The only thing you might struggle with is if you don't know the Spanish words. Maybe if you're not familiar with the acronyms and you're not familiar with the Spanish words, you're going to have a lot of trouble. And then you got to know the words for doofus. I don't know. I'm still going to go 1.5. I think we have a 90% solve rate. Let's see what happened here. The greatest of all time, goat. They gave it 2.8, which is way different than what I gave it. Let's see what the bot has to say, though. 62%. Oh, I'm sorry. I always have to apologize if I say it was easy and then it wasn't. I guess don't feel bad if you didn't get it. You know, it really comes down to the trivia, I suppose. There's too much trivia in this one. All right. So the only thing people aren't getting first is the doofus category. It's basically the same doofus even evens out a bit. And people who lost just lost. Maybe it's just that overwhelming factor where you just like don't know how to connect the words because they're all so similar. We got 13% going to getting only yellow, which are the sports. They couldn't think of more O words. All right, 9% got nothing. And it seems like blue and yellow are the ones people are getting, the acronyms and the sports. And then having trouble separating the Spanish words from the doofus words, I guess. People putting dope in with online buzzwords. The acronyms, putting rojo in with the acronyms. All right, there's a lot. There's some guessing going on here of like, I don't know what the fourth is or something like that. Como, poco, loco. Yeah. All right. There's just a lot of that. So people are getting yellow first, blue first, purple first, and then putting loco. I think it makes some amount of sense to put loco in with green. So if you don't get the 4 Spanish words, then you might be putting loco in green and then having a lot of trouble of chasing one aways there. Putting dope in with goat, FOMO, and YOLO, I just don't understand that one. Putting yo-yo as a sport, maybe. You'd think you'd find sumo, though. I don't know. I mean, more people are finding sumo than not. This is only 2%. All right. Well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do pips for Wednesday, November 12th. We'll start with the easy. All right, the blank has to go, okay, 30 in 6 is going to be all 5s because we don't have any 6s. And we got to use, every domino has a 5, so maybe this can go down. I don't know. How's this going to work? No, I think this does have to go across. Okay, sorry. I've got the 3. I am overthinking this one. I hate the word overthink, but in this case, there were some obvious moves that I should have done, which helped. All right, 30 seconds. That's way too long for this one. I should have put the 3-5 in there, the 1-5 in there. I shouldn't have been trying to play around with where the 5-5 went yet. This makes perfect sense, though. Anyway, all right, let's move on to the medium. 4 and 3 is pretty small. These are all equal. And one of them's a double. So what doubles do we have? The 2-2 and the 5-5. We have generally low sums, so I'm going to make the equal to 5-5. And then I guess we're not doing the 5-6 up, are we? Unless we do a blank. From the blank, we've got 3, 4, and 5. I'm wondering, so what's it look like if we actually did do the 5-6 up? Wait, where's my 5-6? Did I misread that as 5-6? This is the only 5 left, the 5 blank. Never mind. All right, and then the 6-4 going in here, and then the 4 blank going down. Maybe. All right, how are we adding to 4 here? I mean 2-2. Wait, hold on. I've already messed up the domino. Oh my gosh, I'm not finding my ins in the right way. There's a domino here. All right, I still want to put the fives here. I don't know how I misread that as 5-6. So the 5 blank either goes like this or into the 6, but what I'm saying is that that means that this goes this way. All right. Now this could just be the 2-2, but I think we need the 2-2 in here somewhere. And then the blank. This doesn't work. How are we getting to 8? Why is this tough? Okay. Maybe the 2-2 goes in here. Wait, where's my other 2? I could have sworn I'm misreading the pips like I made 20 new glasses. What's happening here? There's not another 2. So it has to be the 5s then. Because we need a double. This corner requires a double. And the 5 blank could go up, but I guess it doesn't have to. But like, what's the 6-4 going to do otherwise? Are we just sticking the 2-2 here? We don't have a domino that adds to 8 though. No domino adds to 8, so we can't do the 2-2 like that. So we have 2 3s. That's what we're going to have to use. The 3 blank certainly can't go into the 8, so it's going to go down. And then the 3-6 goes in here. This is 2-2. That doesn't work. This is going to make the 4 add to a 6. What did I mess up here? Is this way so we can add to 6 somehow else? I thought I rotated it. All right. 1 plus 5, 4 plus 2, 3 plus 3. I suppose we could do 3 plus 3. Something like this. Blank 4. Well, I'm certainly not putting a 4-6 down here. All right. I don't. So maybe this is. I wonder if it's the 4-6 going this way. No. I think we got to do this. I think we got to do a blank here. So it doesn't really matter because these are both blanks, how the rotation happens. We got blank 3 and blank 4. We don't have another 4, so it's got to be blank 3. This is what I did last time. And then now this is going to add to 6. So I'm too big still. I used a small where I couldn't have. Maybe I need a blank, I guess. Is there like an obvious solution to this? Maybe the 5-5 goes vertical? Is that a solution here? And then the 5 blank goes up? I mean, that uses a blank. I kind of need my blanks. And then like the 2-2 goes here, and then the... Oh, this might be working. These 4s go like this. And then the 6-3 goes here, and then this is 3. I don't know how I missed this before. All right. Wow, that medium took way too long. I don't know what it was that I was struggling with. It was hard to find an in. All right, well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do the hard pips for Wednesday, November 12th. All right. This corner needs a double equal. This straight line technically doesn't. This one technically doesn't, but how many double equals do we have? We have a 1-1, 3-3, and 6-6. So I think those are going to be our equal cages. The long ones. Well, hold on. We don't have more 6s. 1-1 and 3-3, and then we have 2 more 3s. Okay. So something along the lines of... Geez, I don't know. Like, let's just start. So like the 3-3 here and the 6-6 here. Let's just start. Oh, no, that doesn't work. All right, so then... Oh, hold on. We got to do this. Like, if we do this, we'd either need another 3-3 here, which doesn't exist, or we need 2 identical dominoes like this, and dominoes are never identical. So the 3-3 goes here. And then we need 3, 1, and a 3, 2. So if we did the 3, 1 here, this would be the 3, 2, and we need a 1, 2. We have that. And then now we need a 2 with a greater than 2, which is the 4. And then we need a 2. The 2 blank is going to go down because there's not enough blanks. So now this would go like this, and the 6, 6 doesn't work. It was working, but then it wasn't. I don't have enough ones left to put the ones in here and in there. So, okay. I mean, I think I have to pull everything out. I hate doing it, but we'll keep these 3s. But we're going to swap it like this. And so now maybe we need the 2, 1 to go like that. And then the 3, 1 to go like that. And we have a 1, 1 for this. I don't think I have 4 of anything left. What? So it's the 2. I can't use the 2s in here. All right, so I don't think the 3s can be up here at all. I think it's going to be the... What's the other one I have a double of? I knew there was... Why can't... Oh, the 1s. So this is going to be the 1s. So I think using the blanks in here is going to be key. 1 blank, 1, 2, blank 2, 2, 3 to get into the greater than 2, and then 2, 4 to get into this. Oh no, 2, 4 doesn't work. So 2, 4 goes into here, and then the 2, 3 is going to go into the this big one here. The 3, 3. Hold on. 3, 3 is going to go here. No, I still don't have a. I don't have enough. I got to think about this globally, but I'm having trouble. Maybe with them placed, it'll be easier to think about. What do I have a double up of that I failed to double up? Okay, actually, no, I can fix this. It's the 6. There we go. Oh, phew. Okay, I'm glad I was able to fix that. Okay. Yeah, that wasn't easy. I had to prove. Unfortunately, if I just started with the 1s, I would have finished. But I don't think you can start with the 3s, and that's what I tried first. And it wasn't obvious to me that you couldn't do it. All right, well, how'd you do? Hello, let's do the mini crossword for Wednesday, November 12th. Let's play. Place with ships and slips. I don't know. Assignment for a delivery driver. Way in. Entry. What might leave stains on a gardener's plants? Fearsome dinosaur for short. T-Rex. Person giving blood. A donor. Kind of belly button that 10% of the world has. Audi. Shortcut for cut for short. Control X. Door opener, like 6 across. Way? Wait, hold on. What's this? Place with ships and slips. The dock. And the key. Oh, a door opener is a key. Like 6 across. I don't know. Assignment for delivery driver is a route. Oh, give it a rest already. All right. This is soil. What might leave stains on a gardener's pants? I read that as plants. Pants makes more sense. I was like, what stains a plant? All right. So dock, root, entry, soil, T-Rex, donor, Audi, Control X, key, and rest. All right. I think I went through them all. Cool. Well, how'd you do? Let's do strands. Today's theme is how puzzling. So like conundrum, words like that. That's my initial thought. Crossword. All right. That's the spanogram. What is same? Are these like things all related to crosswords, or are these just like word game things? I mean, if crosswords is a spanogram, they're supposed to all be related to crosswords. Why is this here cross? Across. Down. All right, they're all related to they're crossword terms. All right. Clues. This is one word, but I can't figure it out. Benelli, Linebi, Nebili, Ilnebi. I'm assuming it ends in Y, but all right, we'll come back to it. What else do we have? I want to do and, but I don't know what to do with that. What else is like a crossword word? Rebus? How am I doing rebus? Wait, I thought I could do rebus, but I don't think I can. Do we start somewhere else? I don't think I can do bus at all. Not rebus. Okay. Wind. Run. What are these? Across, down, clues. Line B? Byline. Okay. Is there like setter or author or constructor? No. That's the byline, I suppose. Is there a title? Is there, I don't know. I'm trying to think of more. Mub. Buggers. Oh my gosh, I don't want to lock that in. I accidentally right clicked. Right. What the heck? Is something? Guess maybe. No, not guess. Wind. What are we doing here? Rug. I really thought we were doing rebus. Guess not. I'm struggling here. SSER? Like an isser? Risser. But then what would we do over here? Wait, is answer here? Answers. Okay. What's that so hard to find? I think people who've watched me enough times know I am not good at these kinds of games. But I try. There's 2 words left. I don't know what I'm looking for is the issue. If I know what word I'm looking for, it's so much easier. Or at least suspect what I'm looking for. Dirge. Bit. What am I missing? So we've got clues, we've got answers, we've got byline, we've got down, we've got across. Like there's the black squares, there's the cells, there's letters, checker. The grid, I suppose. Okay. And then what is this? Oh, numbers? Oh, the clue numbers. Okay. Wow. Okay. Finding grid helped. All right. 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. All right. I still don't know why I lost my streak at that weird time. Anyway. All right. Cool. Well, that was Strands. How'd you do? All right. Our bonus game is again the Daily Squirtle. We spun the wheel yesterday. That's what it picked. Who knows? Maybe it'll pick it again tomorrow. You have to wait till the end of the puzzle to see what we're playing tomorrow. I'm going to start with least today. All right. No S or T in the puzzle at all. The A and the E are in the puzzle, but not in these rows or columns. There's an L and an E in this column, and there's an A in this column. So just not where we tried. I'd like to just move this LE down. So let's try a word that starts with E. Like, let's get some common letters. N makes a lot of sense. N. Let's do enjoy. I mean, I don't like the... How about envoy? That's a little bit better. We'll try it. I was right about the E. There's no V in the puzzle. And this almost certainly ends in Y. An A and an N in this column, and then the L probably goes there. So that's the word that ends in Y. We could see if this ends in L by guessing lucky. Maybe we'll get lucky. The K is very lucky. Okay. But it's not CKY. That's very interesting. They're both KY. All right. So LE something. No A in this word. I don't think. No, it's no A in this word. This word has an A. Or could have an A. I don't know if it does. Should we just get more letters? Like, we don't know much about this top word. We could see if this is an N here. We could see if R is second, though. I'm thinking like something R-I. Because it's not an O, it's not an A, it's not an E. Could be a U, but I mean, there's a U somewhere in the puzzle. But I'd like to see if there's an I in the puzzle. So something R-I. Bring. Seems reasonable. Okay. There is a B in the puzzle somewhere. So this has to be a U. Pretty sure. So what does that make this? Rung? But then this wouldn't be an L. Like, it doesn't have to be, I suppose. Is there anything other than rung? I don't think so. Can it be? It can't be an A, E, I, or O. And it can't be a Y. So it is a U. So I think this has to be wrong, which means that we have the L here. There's not WR. If this could be an L, I'd think wheel. But maybe it's something like whelp. And then like perky. And then what's this one? G something something KY. I'm thinking that, no, this can't be an N, and it also can't be a C. So what the heck does that? An L? What vowel can this be? Ooh, there's an R. Is it GR? There's an R in this row. I don't see how it's GR. So I think the R goes here. Then what goes UR, though? That doesn't make any sense, does it? But GR something KY doesn't make sense either. Gracky, Grecky, Gricky, Grocky, Grooky. No. And then this feels like it needs to be a consonant because we have an O here. I'm confused. What goes UR something something R? Unless Perky's wrong. And what's going on in this word? Do we have any more information I might need to use? Oh, this has an A in it somewhere. You would think... I don't know, where's the A go? Something's wrong here. Is gooky a word or geeky? Geeky's a word. What does this? You're something's wrong. So maybe it's not perky. Oh, this can't be an E anyway. Look at that white E. There's a B somewhere. Where are we putting the B? Oh, could this be elbow and gawky? Elbow and gawky. We need the B. And then urban. And then pinky. Maybe? All right, I think we have it. So here, I guess we should just get urban. And then here, unfortunately, I can't get both words. But elbow will finish. Let's see. Next, I'm going to do wheel. No, I'm going to do whelp. Sorry. Next I'm going to, not wheel. Next I'm going to do whelp. That gets the P. So I don't need the P and I don't need the W. So I should get, I can't get the I and the A though. I'm going to need 2 guesses for this regardless. So I suppose it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter what I do here. Just pick one of them. And then here I'm going to do whelp. And then here I'm going to do elbow. And then here I'm going to do gawky. All right. And we get a 6. Cool. All right. Not an 8 like yesterday, but I liked this one. It had some fun words. Cool. Well, that is it for this game, but not the video, because we have to spin the bonus wheel. See how I saved that? So we're going to spin this bonus wheel, and we're going to see what game we're playing. All right, it is Betweenal, suggested by Zymera. I'm pretty sure it's Zymera. Cool. So I will provide a link to that in the description if you would like to play that for tomorrow. And that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you would like to watch Wordle, you can click at the end of the video. It'll take you right there. I also have a pinned comment with all the videos I made today, including Adventure 1000 video, if you'd like to give that a watch. And if you enjoyed this, why not leave a like, subscribe, and a kind comment below.